Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Am I live? Do you guys see me? Do you hear me? Yep, perfect. So, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another live video here at Pocket Option. I'm your host, and I want to welcome you once again to another live session. Now, if you're new here, I would like to welcome you and tell you that we do live sessions here, live trading sessions where we explain different strategies, maybe some information about some indicators, how they work, and of course some strategies that may help you as well with your trading as well. For those who already know me, for those who already have joined this session before, welcome back. It's so good to see you here again. Thank you for your time. And also, um, what did you guys think of the previous videos that we did last week? Did you get a chance to try the strategies? Any feedback, guys, would be very much appreciated. So let me just jump to the chats and welcome you all one by one. Hello, the Mystic Edge. I see that you're glad to be back again here with me. I am very happy and glad that you're here back with us, of course. Hello, Nadi. Hello to you as well. Hello, Samsung. Are you the owner of Samsung? I don't know. I'm just curious to know. But hello. Hello, Gail. Uh, hello, Dimani Martin. Peace be with you as well. I see you very well, bro. Greetings from the Dominican Republic. Hello. Beautiful place from what I know. The main respect, brother. Thank you. You're very welcome. So guys, today I'm going to jump right into the market news fast to see what is going on today. So before we, of course, jump into the platform and talk about the strategy, how we can set it up, how we can trade, we're going to do some live trading as well. But guys, keep in mind that I only have a limited time, so it's important to understand that even though the strategy may or may not work best, it's important that when you have time to try it on your own time. If the market conditions don't allow you, do not trade at that moment. Try to trade when the market conditions are much better. Specifically for any strategy, if the strategy requires a trending market or a non-trending market or things like that. So let's jump right into the market news today, guys. In the next 25 minutes, we have the durable goods orders coming from the United States. This is a monthly market news. We have 3 stars. I'm expecting some volatility, but to be honest, not a lot. So what it basically is, it measures the change in the total value of new orders for lasting materials, if I'm not mistaken, for lasting manufacturing goods, including transportation items. Exactly. So, in a nutshell, if our if our actual number is higher than our forecast, and we can see that our forecast is at a minus at this particular moment, should be taken as positive. So we might be able to see the dollar gain or rise against perhaps any other currency pair. But of course, it also depends on which other currency pair. Some things that you also need to keep in mind is that if you're trading on market news, and let's say these news are coming from the United States, yes, it may impact the dollar, but it's also important to understand it will impact the dollar against what? What do I mean by this? Right now, we have some important news coming from the United States, but what if at the same time there is some other events, let's say, coming from Europe, and that particular event is positive, which means that strength to the euro. If you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, you know what, the dollar is going to gain because the actual number came higher than forecast and significantly higher, so I'm going to take a a short position on the euro against the dollar because I'm expecting that the dollar is going to gain. It might not, because if those news come from Europe, let's say, or any other currency or country that may affect their currency as well, it might let's say, come together, they might clash and may not give you that, let's say, that movement that perhaps you were expecting. It's just something to keep in mind, guys. Keep it in the back of your head whenever you're trading market news. Always check if there's something else happening around the world at the exact same moment. For example, me, I like to look at only the most important ones, but you never know. I mean, even some different market events or market news that may be released at the exact moment may have an impact as well on that currency pair. Now, it's also important to note that I do not have all the countries enabled. So if I go to my filters, you can see that I don't have enabled all the currency over the countries. Now, it doesn't mean that all these countries, I need to enable them and, always have a look at them, because some countries they don't make a significant impact, let's say. So let's cut this short. I'm just going to move back to my 3 stars. We're going to wait for our US durable goods orders. In the meantime, Jane says, hi, sir. Good day to you. Good day to you as well, Jane. It's a pleasure to have you here. Gail, love your teachings. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Abu Osheki, hello. Hello to you as well. Denny, I really like your videos. Welcome. I like them. I'm glad that you like them. So let's move on to the platform, guys. I don't want to waste a lot of time, so we can go ahead and explain this particular strategy. And of course, as you've seen on the title, we are going to be talking about, we're going to be basically adding 3 different technical indicators. One of them is going to be the super trend. The other one is going to be the zigzag. And last but not least is going to be my RSI. Now, the RSI, the reason why I'm adding it is for some confirmation, but I'm not always going to be using it. So because I'm trading on a 1-minute candlestick time frame, and I'm also going to be using a 5-minute expiration time, I'm going to try to reduce my RSI period to between 5 and 7, because I want it to be more aggressive so I can basically catch those swings. So what these indicators do. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you is the zigzag. So the zigzag, what it basically points or shows is the highest price the trend has reached and the lowest price the trend has reached. Highest price, lowest price, highest price. Of course, this is still ongoing, so our lowest would be right over here, but it's still ongoing because we don't know if the market is still going to crash. So this is also an important information for traders, because that can also help you to read the charts much better, because when you have a chart moving like higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, you're expecting that the trend is strong to the upside. Now, on top of the higher highs, you also have higher lows. Look at this. Higher low from the previous one, higher low from the previous one, higher low from the previous one. Then what we're expecting, these look like stairs to the upside. So I'm expecting that this continuation is going to continue. On top of that, hello, FC Fire Prevention. It's so good to have you back as well. Hello from Canada. Hello. So then we also have our super trend, which what basically show us in a nutshell is that at this particular period, we had the buyers. At this particular period, we had sellers. So in a nutshell, it's basically telling us that you should sell here and you should buy here. That is what it's basically telling us. But of course, we're not going to rely extremely on those indicators. It's also important to understand and use some common sense. Perhaps also try to identify the higher points, you know what I mean? And also the lower points, so you can make a more educated decision if you're going to go for a buy or for a sell. Now, hello, Henny, Britain. Welcome. So what I'm going to do, depending on the market conditions, I'm going to place my trade. So in this particular moment, I can see that we had a high over here, and then the market kept going downwards until we saw over here a higher low. See that higher, the lower high here, we witnessed a higher high. So from here to here, we can see that the trend is shifting to the upside. So I'm going to respect that. And what am I going to do? What you can also do if you want, for more information, for more confirmation, I don't want to complicate things, but I'm going to also add a trend here to make it easier for you to see what I'm actually talking about. So we can actually respect this upcoming trend or the ongoing trend, I would like to say, and place my trade as soon as it breaks, whether above or below. Now, what you can also do is that you can also trade based on the pullback. So what do I mean? If I see that this price now reaches this top right over here, I'm going to place a sell trade. Because first of all, I can see that my higher highs are going higher, which is positive. It means that we are making new highs. But at the same time, my lower lows, my higher lows are also making higher. So at this particular moment, I'm in the middle, so I'm not going to place any trade. Of course, nothing needs to be perfect, but you get the point. So as soon as this price hits this top here, this upward trend, I can open my sell trade, or vice versa. If it touches here my support, I'm going to open my buy. Now, in this particular moment, I could technically open a sell right over here. Now, a signal that I should have opened a sell here is, first of all, my trend, my zigzag here has already placed or opened or indicated to me that this is the highest price that we have reached, so I should have opened a sell trade. My other indication is that we are so close to the resistance. My other indication, which is right over here, the RSI, it's very close to the top, which is another point where it's basically showing me that the market has been overbought. Now, I can open a buy trade as soon as we have a more information that the price has gone even lower. So let's see. My RSI is closing in on the oversold. So let's just wait a little bit. I should have opened a buy position. Come on, one more time, and I'll show you. Of course, you don't need these. I just put them there for your eyes, guys, to see much better how the markets are reacting and why they're going in this particular price, let's say. So we can always, of course, look at other currency pairs, but I just thought that perhaps we would touch here, but we did not. So let's see if we're going to make a higher high. We might very likely do. Now, because it's the trend is going to the upside, I always prefer to place a buy trade instead of a sell trade, because the general trend is to the upside. So the chances of the price going higher is, of course, in my favor. But if I went for a pullback, which a pullback could come even here, we might see a pullback, but then it might even go higher later on, and we might not catch that, let's say, based on my expiration time, which is 5 minutes. So I'm going to keep it as it is now. I'd rather trade on the pullback and then place my trade to the upside, so I have a higher chance of making a successful trade. Let's see what happens. Let's move on to another currency pair, because this particular market is kind of choppy, but to the downside. So sorry about that. So we do have this downward trend, which is in a sell trend, but we can see that the market seems to have bottomed here. So that's why we're seeing this relief rally or bounce. So we could see the market draw back down as well. My RSI is very close to the overbought territory. So I could open a sell trade here, and I'm going to open it for different reasons, which I'm going to tell you now. Now, the reason why I opened a sell trade here is because I am at the level of the highest point of my sell position right over here. I mean, the sell indicator over here, it did reach the highest point. Now my RSI is nearly at the overbought territory, and we also have this bottom right over here, which I personally was expecting that the price might come back down over here. Now, of course, the last time it bottomed, we did see higher, the price did go higher, of course, than this part over here. So I would technically now wait and see where the price would go, and we'll take it from there. Humura Uzabiara Moses from Rwanda. Welcome, welcome, Humura. Welcome, Moses. Welcome. I see that you are from Rwanda. It's a long way from here, but welcome. So we can clearly see that it's jumping to the upside. See it just turned buy here. So in this particular case, I was late to the party. I should have opened my sell trade over here. Nevertheless, let's move to see if we have some more indication, more information. So now my buy zone is still telling me that the price is going higher. We are right over here. At this particular moment, guys, we can see that we are hitting a resistance. So we could pull back or break above and keep going higher. If we do break above and keep going higher, I will open a buy position. Why? Because I'm going to ignore my RSI for now because it's already showing me overbought, but the trend is very strong to the upside. I'm still in the buy zone. Now, let me just see if we did break it. Not yet. We can clearly see that this is the line right here. We are at a resistance. I would also consider it as a resistance. So we might consolidate there. We might retest and go back up. So for me to place a more, let's say, a trade that gives me more information, so I will have to wait. So yes, this could be a pullback, then more to the upside. Let's see if we can find some more indication. Okay, here is where I'm going to open a sell trade. I will explain to you why. First of all, we had all this buy all this time. This is the first sell signal that we have witnessed from this part over here until here. Second of all, my RSI is on the overbought territory. So I'm expecting, we also have a resistance here. That's another signal for me that it might struggle to break this resistance. So I'm expecting at least some consolidation, perhaps to the downside, then try again to break above and go make a newer high. Now, let's just wait and see. We're going to be a little bit patient here. It just turned buy. So this, I'm still going to be patient because I'm still expecting that this resistance is going to hold. My RSI, I'm expecting that it's going to be respected. So the price is going to consolidate and move more to the downside for now. Let's wait and see. All right, we have reached some kind of resistance right over here, which I'm going to wait now. And now what I'm going to do in this particular moment, I'm going to wait for my buy to turn into sell. At this particular moment, it's still showing me that the trend is to the upside, so I'm going to be patient. My RSI is still showing me that the market has been overbought, so I'm going to be patient again. Now, if the candle closes above this resistance right over here, which it did, but it's not a full confirmation, I'm going to open 2 or 3 trades to the upside. I'm going to show you right here. Just hoping it's not a fake out. Let's just be a little bit patient, guys. I'm hoping that we're going to break this maybe. As soon as it breaks above, we have a more confirmation. I'm going to open my buy trade. First trade was unsuccessful. Appender ready, promo code, yes. Please be patient. The promo code will appear on the screen very, very soon. This could have been a very well fake out right over here, and then we're moving perhaps a little bit more to the downside, and then it's going to try again to go to the upside. And what I'm waiting for this to happen, what I'm basically waiting is, and the reason why I'm waiting, I'll show you now. I'm going to put here horizontal line. Okay. So if I break this, then I'm expecting not just a movement that is going to go a little bit higher. I'm expecting more of a explosion growth to the upside. And that is why I'm waiting. If it's going to break above this, I'm going to open a few trades to the upside so I can cover my losses on this one if it goes in the opposite direction. And okay. All right. I placed now 3 trades to the upside. Now, the reason I placed 3 trades because I'm expecting the price is going to go higher, make new all-time highs, of course, all-time highs based on where we are right now, and continue to grow. Our buy zone is still indicating us that the market is still going to go to the upside. So I'm going to ignore my RSI because I'm looking at the bigger picture. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. In the meantime, let me look at your comments, guys. Dranreb CEO. Hello from Philippines. Hello, Philippines. Hello, Danreb. I hope, guys, that you're enjoying this video or you're understanding what I'm particularly doing at this particular moment. So I'm expecting that the price is still going to go to the upside. It already broke. Well, it did break. So let's still see if this price is going to continue and move to the upside and not only just cover our losses on this one, but also walk out with profits on this particular trade. So we still have a few minutes to go. The trade is going in the direction as we expected. However, we still have a few more minutes until the expiration time. In the meantime, guys, do tell me, did you get a chance to look at the previous videos that we did? Did you guys try the strategies that I've shared with you on the last video? What did you guys think? Did you struggle? Was it useful? Perhaps not. Did you maybe change something? It's very interesting for me also to see and hear what you guys are doing and what perhaps you're doing to help you be more successful. Nadi, such a good live. I'm happy that you're enjoying this live session. Feel free to ask any questions you might like regarding this video or perhaps the previous video, and I'm more than happy to help you or assist you. So in the meantime, guys, do take advantage of the promo code, which is Supertrend 100. So if you're going to decide to make a deposit, keep in mind that whatever amount you deposit, you are going to make 100%. You're going to make 100% bonus on the amount that you will deposit. I'm going to share it one more time. The promo code is Supertrend 100. I hope that sorry, the screen just went black. It just came back up again. Sorry about that. So James is saying that the alligator is a simple try. I'm glad that you find the alligator simple. Of course, keep in mind that there are different ways that you can use the alligator. Nadi saying that, yes, I love the moving average strategy. Also the Bollinger Bands. Great. I'm very happy to hear that. In the meantime, until we wait and see how this trade is going or how this trade is going to close, I would like to remind you that I'm going to do another trading session. We're going to have another video in the next 2 days. Specifically, it's going to be on a Thursday and it's going to be the same time. So the time is going to be 3 o'clock and 10 minutes GMT plus 3. So wherever you are around the world, guys, just remember it's GMT plus 3 and it's going to be at 3 o'clock and 10 minutes. I have another powerful strategy that I would like to share with you. And I thought that it will be very interesting for you also to learn about it, perhaps, put it into good use. This specific indicator that I'm going to share with you is very similar to Bollinger Bands, but I actually personally prefer it even more because it gives me different information, which I'm going to explain everything on the next video. So let's focus on this one right now and see how it goes. So guys, look at the volatility that it's creating right after it broke all-time highs. I'm expecting that it's still going to close above. I mean, the momentum is still to the upside. My buy zone here is telling me that we're still in an uptrend. The zigzag is still pointing that we are going higher. Nothing has changed. So everything seems to be going in the direction that I'm expecting. Now, I already made one loss, and that's okay because I'm expecting that I'm going to cover everything with these 3 trades, and that is why I placed more trades on this side, because I was more confident that once we break above, we're going to continue heading above. So I had multiple confirmations, not only the supply zone here that we eventually broke it. My zigzag is pointing to the upside. The overall trend is to the upside, but I did avoid looking at my RSI. So it's important to also keep into consideration that sometimes you may need to avoid the RSI and look at the overall trend, because the RSI is mostly showing me short-term durations, short-term price movements. So there we go, guys. We hit 3 profitable trades, which clearly covered my previous 2 losses, which is great. So let's continue to find another good pattern where we can place our trades. Jabulo Gamma, welcome. I understand that you got here late, but gonna rewind. Yes, that is what I was going to advise you. That, of course, feel free to pay attention. I'm doing live trades, but at the same time, you can always watch this video from the beginning. So let's move on. Okay, the US durable goods, as we can see here, came in technically negative because it's still a minus, but still beat forecast. Okay, it was positive news overall, but like I said, nothing crazy, nothing wow, let's say. So if I go to my currencies and go to my Euro USD, let's see how it reacted. The euro is still pumping to the upside. The news was released exactly here. We did see some volatility. The dollar tried to strengthen, but the euro said, nope, I'm still stronger. So here we go. You can also continue, you can also draw charts like what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, yes, even though we do have a higher high and the trend is continuing to the upside, my resistance right over here has become a support level. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that you can always be creative and draw things on your mind based on the knowledge that you have. Kersaint Laguerre, good morning, sir. I'm from New Jersey. Wow. Please, I need a strategy on 10 for the win. When you say 10, do you mean 10 minutes expiry time? Do you mean $10? So if you can please give me more information so I can understand better. Anyway, hello, Kersaint. I'm glad to have you here. So hopefully this strategy is going to be useful for you as well. We're trading on a 1 minute candlestick time frame, but our expiration is 5 minutes. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can find another good entries where we can place our trades. My buy zone is still to the upside. I was expecting that the sell zone will appear here, but the strength of the buyers or the bulls is still to the upside. However, I do see a resistance right over here, so it's going to be difficult to break this. If it's going to break it and move to the upside, then I'm expecting the price going to go even higher. My RSI is showing me over bought, but my buy is still to the upside. So I'm going to try to find a better entry. All right, Euro JPY, clearly this is an uptrend. I mean, you can clearly see how the euro is strengthening against the Japanese yen. We can see how we've been making higher highs here. Here we had some lower highs, but then boom, to the upside. So the trend and the strength is very strong to the upside. So what you can do, like I told you earlier, if you have a strong trend to the upside, I wouldn't suggest to place a sell trade on a very strong uptrend, because you want to trade the pullback. If you want to trade the pullback, I would suggest to wait until the pullback happens and then you open a buy trade. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now. As soon as I see that the pullback will happen, I'm going to open a buy position. but I need more confirmations. So we're going to have to be a little bit patient for this one, guys. And that is why I'm telling you that even though we do have very limited time, these things might take time to to show on the charts. And that is why when you are trading, it's important to be patient and try to find the best market conditions for you to be able to enter at the best time. Do not trade based on emotions. Trading emotionally is highly risky, and at the end of the day, it's going to overpower your strategy. And of course, I don't want to say it, but you may lose a lot of money. And that is why we try to avoid trading emotionally. Stick to a strategy, stick to your money management, and try to find the best market conditions. I'm going to share one more time, guys. The promo code is Supertrend 100. So if you decide to make a deposit, you will make 100% bonus on your deposit. So the trend is still very strong to the upside. I'm waiting for that bounce or that pullback to the downside. Until that happens, let's see if we can find maybe another currency pair that we can take advantage of. This is quite, it was strong. There was a trend to the upside, and then it started to say choppiness. The choppiness began. So it's not very clear what is happening here. And that is why I'm going to avoid it. Do we have any pullback here? Not yet. Euro with the Swiss franc. Strong trend to the upside. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a trend line, and look at this. Do you see how beautifully, and look how intact it is? Look, resistance flipped to support. So clearly, I can't open a sell trade here. It will be kind of a suicide because it's already holding very strongly the support now. My resistance has become a support. So the only thing that I can do is open a buy trade. If we retest this zone right over here, my RSI is closing to the oversold position. I'm going to place a buy trade because we did touch it. And the reason I placed a buy trade is, first of all, we have a very strong support at this particular moment now. My buy is still to the upside. My RSI is very close to the oversold territory. So I'm expecting, whether I'm going to be consolidating, the price is going to continue to consolidate, but still continue to go to the upside. Let's be patient. We have another 4.5 minutes for this one. And let's see what happens. If this was a fake out and we're moving to the downside, you never know. But the odds are with me. The odds are that this is going to continue here, continue to the upside. Euro has been showing a lot of strength against the Swiss franc. So we are expecting the price is going to go higher. Yes, it can drop just like you see now, but I'm still going to place another buy trade. And the reason why is because I'm still in the buy territory. My RSI is flashing oversold. The trend is still strong to the upside, and I'm going to continue with my strategy. So if it keeps falling down, as soon as it hits this green line over here, I'm going to open multiple buy trades. Let's see. Remember, guys, we are on a 5-minute expiry time. That's plenty of time. There is a chance, like I said, the odds are with me, but it doesn't mean that it's perfect. It doesn't mean that, you know what, it's set in stone. I'm still going to put more buy orders. And the most orders I'm going to do is if it continues to make a new higher low. If it makes a higher low and we see some kind of shift here, that will be the perfect case scenario. Let's see. This has been oversold already. Let's zoom in to see better what is happening. And if I'm not mistaken, there is no any market news that affects the euro now. We did check it though together. Mm. Oh, to euro, that was a long time before. Is something coming up now? Nope. Second, it's 7 o'clock. So there's nothing at this particular moment. So the worst case scenario, it might even come lower up to even here, which I'm expecting that the price should bounce back up. We still have some time, guys. So it's important to stay patient, stay intact, and hope that it's going to continue to the upside, because overall the trend is very strong to the upside. These short pullbacks are usually short-lived. Now, in order for this to continue down and break down, you're looking at something very strong, something very, let's say, negative happen to the euro, or very positive to the Swiss franc, that will continue this downtrend movement. The Dranrep settings of the indicator, sir, all are default. Everything is default except the RSI, which I'm using a 5 period for the RSI. Everything else is default. So let's see. I believe that we have bottomed here, which is basically a very good indication, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this lower high. Then we had a higher low, another higher low. I'm expecting that this is going to be another higher low. So we still have another 2 minutes for the price to continue to shift to the upside. So let's wait and see. My sell has already started flashing, because it's very normal. We had a lot of red candles right over here, right on this, let's say, pullback. Okay. We are still higher than the previous higher low, which is still good, but let's see. This, what you're witnessing right now, guys, this right over here, where you see this resistance being very strong and then turn into support and then break below it, it doesn't happen. It's not very common. So it's important to understand that these things, yes, may happen, but they're not super common. So if this happens, guys, if you're going to place a few trades, place them at your own risk, but try not to let your emotions take over. And in this case, if things go sideways, I'm not going to try to recover everything, and start placing all these buy positions just to recover my money. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to take in, if it's a loss, I'm going to take the loss and trade perhaps another currency pair, trade another day, cool yourself down, and then come back and trade again. Very, very important things. It's part of money management, part of risk management, and I'm sure that many traders have gone through this before, and it's important to stay disciplined, whatever the case. So we still have another 30 seconds for this one, another 45 seconds for the other one. And I believe that right now, it seems to that we have bottomed. My RSI is showing oversold. This looks like a bottom to me. But the timing, did you realize, guys, the timing, how it came? Now, my sell is still pointing to the downside. All of them came in at a loss, but that's okay. It can happen. And it's okay. It's a learning curve. Let's take it that way. So at the end of the day, I'm still going to wait. Let's see how much time we still have left. We still have a few more minutes. I can place another 1 or 2 trades, guys, but we don't have much time. So at this particular moment, this is still flashing me sell. This is flashing me buy. And this one is already pointing that we have made a higher low, which is positive in the sense of the trend might continue to the upside. We can check another currency pair one last time. All right, this is what I was trying to explain to you before, guys. We have made a higher high here, so we could place, we should have, let's say, placed a buy trade right over here where it has already finished this movement, because we're expecting the trend to continue to the upside. Nothing much here. My RSI is trying to turn now more bullish. We might see some consolidation there. Nothing special happening that may help me to place a trade more confidently. Okay, this would be a better time to buy. Now, the reason I placed my buy here is because this is still on the buy zone. My RSI is flashing oversold. So I placed my buy as I'm expecting that this trend is continue to the upside, and here we are at a pullback. So that is the perfect entry for a buy zone. Now this might come back, this zigzag might come to the downside, and then I'm expecting that the price is going to continue to the upside. Guys, this is basically it. We do not have much time to place, let's say, a few more trades, but I'm going to wait for the results for this particular trade. Let me share with you one more time, guys, the promo code. It is Supertrend 100. So if you make any deposit, you will also have 100% extra 100% deposit on your deposit as well. So there it is, guys. Let's wait for another 4 minutes to see how this is going to play out. We do have another support right over here, strong one, I would say. So I'm expecting the price might move to the upside based on a lot of indications that we have in front of us. So this is, for me, this would have been the perfect case to place a trade. Everything is going in the right direction. My RSI, my buy zone, my zigzag, everything. The trend, everything is going as expected. So that is why I say sometimes it's very important to try to find the best conditions, because it's not easy to find them, but if you do, you can take advantage of them. So let's wait and see how this will be. We still have another 3 minutes and 25 seconds, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We have a few more minutes that I can answer you. Keep in mind that we will have another live video, live training session in the next 2 days, specifically at 3 o'clock and 10 minutes GMT +3. And of course, I'm going to show you another trading strategy, some market events that will happen also on that trade on that day as well. And that's basically it. Hello, Joke Junction. Hello. So we still have another 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's not my day today, guys. Looks like perhaps it may not be my day, but that's okay. We do have those days. But I never give up. That's the thing. I never, ever give up. So if I'm going to have a bad day, if I'm not going to have, let's say, the trades that I'm expecting, it can happen. I move on. 2 more minutes. One minute, 45 seconds to go. GBP USD. These wicks that you see here, these are a sign of weakness. It means that the bears are getting exhausted. And when you see a wick like this and a body more to the upside, like I said, this is a sign of weakness. Here is a sign of weakness for the buyers. This one clearly showing signs of weaknesses, both of these candles. This one as well is showing signs of weakness, but it means it's still undecided. So it may go either way. We do have two weak candles right over here. This candle has not closed yet, so there's a very strong chance that it might close above the next 25 seconds, which might indicate us the trend direction. 30 more seconds to go. Buyers are really fighting against those sellers. And that is another reason, guys, why I have a 5-minute expiry time for things like this until the market makes that decision and moves. That's why I don't have it on a 1-minute expiry time, and specifically for this strategy as well. There we go, guys. This was a profitable trade, exactly as I expected, to be honest. It was textbook trade for me. Like I said, everything was pointing in the right direction. My RSI, my zigzag, my super trend over here. So this is it, guys. I'm gonna share with you once again the promo code Supertrend 100. So if you make a deposit, make sure to also use the promo code so you can actually make 100% on your deposit as well. It's a pleasure to host this live session, guys. If you did enjoy this video, do leave a like, do leave a comment. Feel free to suggest what kind of content you would like to see in the future, and we will do our best to actually make a video about it so we can educate you and of course help you with your trades as well. Once again, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all on the next time. Have a beautiful day and see you soon.